What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button, subscribe if you're new to the fam, hit that notification bell for future uploads. Y'all definitely gonna want to watch this one to the end. It's a lot of elements in this case, so let's get right into it. Fast food restaurants are sometimes targeted for an easy lick, simply because people feel like everyone working there are just trying to get a check and not worried about the restaurant or its money. And for the workers, they usually make minimum wage. Nobody is going to stop a robbery. A lot of times, it's teens running the show at these spots. But recently, with the rise of senseless hits and crime being committed everywhere, people are beginning to scrap up and even carrying blicks at work to protect them and their co-workers. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will be taking it to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to discuss a case of a robbery that went wrong that left a 16-year-old young lady gone. According to sources, 16-year-old Nisha Harris-Brazell was working at a Burger King on 51st and Capitol with her best friend, also 16 years old, Mariah Edwards. On January 2nd, 2022, when about 10 p.m., a black Impala rolled through the drive-thru. The driver had on a mask, but nothing was thought about it as one of the young men working opened the window to talk to the driver for a short period of time before he drove off. The staff went back to their duties when a few minutes later, the same black Impala spent back through the drive-thru. This time, Niesha was at the window before the man driving hopped out with a mask and red hoodie on and demanded the money from the cash register. The young lady in shock just stood there before the robber pulled the blick and tried to get in the drive-thru window. Allegedly, Nisha screamed out to her co-workers, "He has a gun," before Nisha's co-worker Derek Ellis peeked around the corner to see what was going on, as he saw a man with a blick hanging in the window. Derek allegedly pulled out his own gun and let off shots at the robber, who quickly retreated, as the young lady fell to the ground after being struck in the chest with bullets. In a panic, the employees quickly realized the person who was hit was 16 years old, Niesha, and called police to the scene. As authorities arrived, they quickly assumed it was a robbery attempt and the young girl was shot because she didn't give up the money. But as Niesha was rushed to the local hospital, unfortunately, she would not survive, and it would quickly turn to a murder investigation. As police checked around, they quickly noticed surveillance cameras and checked the footage. As they were watching and saw the man with the red hoodie try to get in the restaurant, they were shocked to see the robber's gun was never fired, and the shots that hit Niesha came from inside the restaurant. They also saw Derek, Nisha's co-worker, who shot at the robber, picking up shell casings in a panic and fleeing the Burger King. It was quickly determined the young lady was shot by her co-worker, who was aiming for the robber but hit Niesha. Police started talking to co-workers and the manager and quickly found the .380 handgun in the store's safe. The manager told police after the shooting, Derek gave them the gun and told them to hide it because he was a convicted felon. Now on the run, then police noticed another young lady so shaken up she could barely talk, Nisha's best friend and co-worker Mariah Edwards. After talking to her, she told police that was her best friend who got shot and she couldn't believe what happened. Nisha's family were in shock, and the family and the Burger King people would start a GoFundMe in the young lady's honor. But as the family was grieving, police were making connections, looking for the black Impala and the suspect, also looking for Derek, who wasn't nowhere to be found. When the shocking breakthrough would come in the case, after talking to Mariah again, the young lady confessed that her father, Antoine Edwards, and Niesha all planned the robbery, and her father was the man in the Impala. Mariah stated the plan was simple: wait until almost closing with the most money in the drawer, and one of the young ladies give Antoine the money as soon as he started the robbery so he can get out of there. But the young lady told authorities as her father drove through the first time, it was a young man at the drive-thru window. So he drove off and texted Niesha, telling her to be at the window before coming back 4 minutes later. Mariah also stated Nisha called out the co-workers for help before Derek came around the corner shooting, and she saw her friend fall and her father take off. Shocked with the information, police quickly arrested Antoine, who told them it was all him and Nisha who planned the situation, and his daughter didn't have any role in the plan. He also told police he borrowed the car from a friend and took the tag off for the robbery. The father and daughter were both arrested and charged with the staged robbery attempt, and Antoine was charged with murder, possession of a firearm by felon, and other charges. But Nisha's mother and grandmother stated that was all false, and the young lady wasn't part of the plan. Mad that her name was being thrown around, they told the news the family always worked for what they wanted and needed, and Nisha did not have to rob no one because of the family dynamics. Everyone had a job and was willing to help. They feel like Antoine is only covering up for his own daughter, Mariah. Soon after, Derek would eventually turn himself in, but the murder charge was dropped. Instead, he faced simple gun possession of a convicted felon. Antoine, even though finally confessed, is still awaiting trial. No information is out there about his daughter, Mariah. They are both innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace, Niesha. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to the family. More of this story, easy licks might not be as easy as you think. Anytime a gun is involved, you never know how the situation will play out. If Antoine did in fact enlist the help of his daughter for a robbery, that's definitely not the move. That's a clown act. Now you and your daughter are facing serious charges and her best friend is gone for a few dollars. Lose-lose situation. So remember, we gotta succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, this is a crazy story. So allegedly, what Antoine and Mariah was saying, that it was all a plot, that Nisha was in on it, and it went wrong because when the young lady saw that Antoine had a gun, she froze up, called her co-workers. I guess they trying to say she ain't want to be responsible for giving him the money. She wanted one of her co-workers to get him the money. But you know, Derek came around the corner, he was armed, he had his blick on him, and he started shooting. But Nisha was right there, she was right there in front of the window, so instead of Antoine getting hit, he hit her, you feel me? So it's messed up, you know, but like I said, her family saying that ain't the situation. They saying that the father and daughter just trying to cover up their tracks and make it look like Nisha had something to do with it because they ain't want it to seem like he was the reason for her getting shot in the first place. Man, it's all over the place, man. But rest in peace, that young lady. You know, I'm not sure what charges the daughter faced as of now. I'm not sure if it's been dropped. I'm not sure if she's still locked up. You know, I know the father, he's still awaiting trial. You feel me? He confessed to everything. He said his daughter ain't have nothing to do with it. That was honorable, but by now the damage already done. Crazy situation, man. Messed up. And like I said, Derek, I know he felt bad. I know he felt horrible, but he wasn't charged with the homicide because he was just really trying to protect his co-workers. It ain't like he intended to shoot her. So he was just charged with carrying the gun as a convicted felon, man. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.